In this video, we're going to do some more practice problems involving systems of linear inequalities. So we're going to start with the first one, where we're going to graph y greater than 2x minus 3 and y less than negative x plus 6. So we're going to start by graphing in Desmos. Y greater than 2x minus 3 is my first line, and y less than negative x plus 6. So here are my two lines. The first question says to identify 2 points on each line that you could use to draw the graph. So we'll start again with our first line, which is y greater than 2x minus 3. That's the red line. So some points here are 1.5, 0, and 0, negative 3. I could also use this point at 3, 3, which probably in terms of MyLab is going to be what you would need to use, because generally in MyLab, a lot of times you can't graph things that are fractions or decimals, only whole numbers. So 0, negative 3, and 3, 3 will be my 2 points. And for my second line, it's the blue line. So we have a point here at 6, 0 and another point at 0, 6. Next question is, where do the lines cross? So I can see from my graph that they're going to cross at the point 3, 3. My next question is, where do the shaded areas overlap? So I can see that the shaded areas overlap on the left side of the X in this area right here. So when you're doing these problems in MyLab, the overlap of the shaded areas is going to be the only part that you're going to shade. So that's why we're asking this question right now. So when I'm talking about what is the solution to the system, it would be the overlap of the shaded areas. So this part is the only part that I would shade in the MyLab questions. Okay, one final example here. We have 2 more lines to graph. 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to 6. And the second equation is 4x plus 6y less than or equal to 0. Remember, to get the less than or equal to and the greater than or equal to symbols, I can use the less than and greater than signs on my keyboard and then follow that with the equal sign. Or I can click on the little keypad that's in the lower left corner of the graphing calculator window. It's right here. So here are my 2 lines. Now this is a situation that looks a little bit different from the situations that we've seen so far. So 2 points that we could use to draw each graph. We'll start with that. So for the green line, our first line, we have points at 0, 2, and 3, 0. And then for my second line, which is the purple line, I see that I have a point at 0, 0. I'm not getting any other clickable points here, so I can kind of look around and see if I see a point where it looks like I am intersecting whole numbers. So the way I have it scaled right now, each box is a 1 unit. So I can see that if I go over to -3 and up 2. It looks like that's an exact point on my graph, and then I can, if I can get it exactly on the point, it might show up right there. I just saw it. -3, 2 is another point. And then my other point that I was using was the 0, 0 point. So question 17, where do the lines cross? They don't cross. They are what is called parallel lines, so they will never cross. They will only run alongside each other the entire time. I can move my graph around. I could zoom out, and I should still see that the lines are not going to cross. So my last question here, where do the shaded areas overlap? They don't overlap because I'm shading sort of the two opposite sides of the two parallel lines. So since the lines are never going to cross, those shaded areas are never going to overlap.